And it is indeed a multi-purpose tool, a 3-in-1 rake, gotta have that, right? Shovel, handy, and sifting tool, don't have that, right? But this is all in one, and the big story here is really the hardiness of this tool as well. It's M46113. 2 color choices, but as is often the case with our gardening shows and items, don't have a ton of orders in every situation, so if you see a color that you love, you let us know. And Chris Peterson, who is one of our do-it-yourselfers here at QVC, brings it to us.
Hello, Jennifer.
I'll shake your hand, good to see you, and present with you.
Nice to see you.
I feel like the theme of the show is like, wish I'd have thought of it, right? Because, I mean,
I
it really is genuinely 3 tools in one, but a really durable one as well.
It's extremely durable. I mean, this is the garden tool that I go to spring, summer, fall.
Yeah.
I've been using it actually in the winter
Sure.
time. I mean, if you get this just as a rake, I mean, every rake does this, but everybody hates picking up all that
your
debris.
hands get all wet.
So
Yeah.
here's the secret of the Gark. No moving parts. I turn it over and it now becomes my shovel. So instead of bending over and picking all that up, and I mean, these look pretty right now. They're not going to look that pretty come springtime.
True that.
And you don't know what else is in there. But then I flip it back into rake mode, get my pile there, no moving parts. Again, turn it over, and I just slide it in, and that's the beauty of the tool. That's what first attracted me to the tool. But once I started using it, I mean, I started using it for so many jobs around the house. It's unreal. And this is why I say I use it all the time. Your garden beds, your pruning, wind-blown debris comes in there. Well, again, you're going to pick that up one by one by one.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Yeah, no, I know. Guess who's doing it?
Nobody is.
So I rake it up, but the problem is all my soil gets mixed
Right, you
in.
want to leave the good stuff.
You want to leave the good stuff. So
let me try.
You try that. So you just go in there, you dig it in, that's the tines, lift it up, and then gently sift. And there's the raised edges kind of holding everything in. There's all your debris, all your nice
Got
topsoil.
the bad stuff out.
That's the bad stuff.
Hey, you know what else is in there? All the little gifties that your pet left you.
I know. And I've got a little new golden doodle. There's been a lot of gifties all winter.
Oh, I bet. Oh, golden doodle.
I know, he's cute, but not during pickup time.
But very generous. All right, so it would be great, right, if it did all that, but you're probably thinking, yeah, I've got a rake at home, and all the tines are like moving in all these funny directions, and they're sprawling back and forth. The big story on this, well, the big story is everything it can do. The bigger story is construction.
We went all out from the handle to the head. First thing when you get that home, you're going to notice how light it is. It's so light. Instead of a heavy hardwood handle, that's powder coated aluminum. So literally incredibly strong, but feather light. So you're raking and raking, that's a save on the shoulders and the back. The head itself here, again, it looks like plastic, but this is polycarbonate. It's the best of the best, super extremely durable, because we wanted those tines to line up perfectly every single time after you've done
like this?
Not like, yeah, that's what people go to the garden center year after year.
The wonky one.
That becomes garbage. You know, it's just, and it only rakes, that's all that does.
True.
It doesn't do all these other jobs.
Hey, reminder for you, 2 colors. Everybody's loving the red right now. I love the yellow because it'd be easy to find in the garage, right?
Oh yeah.
So that one's nice and bright.
But I've got a lot of trees, so it doesn't matter. Every windstorm, either I get acorns, pine cones, whatever it is. But here's the Gark again, and I just go around. I mean, they're not everywhere, but I just walk around, I pick them up, and there's my beautiful lawn underneath. All the debris has been caught by the golden Gark, and I put that away.
Or just, you know, it blows litter around, right? I mean, I know along the street on which I live, there's always just, you know, pamphlets and flyers from the next door neighbor's mail or whatever. And I don't want to pick that up. Well, and I don't have one of those little sticky things that, you know.
Raccoons every week.
Right.
You know, I stopped putting my garbage out because those guys, they know garbage. They know garbage day.
Yeah.
So if I put it out, guess who's there finding it?
Right.
Mulch. Everybody, I think, loves mulch. But you got to spread it. So I used to use sort of a big metal rake to do it. Now, because again, I got the polycarbonate tines, I just spread that out like it's nothing. And when I want to move it around, go back into shovel mode and let's move it to somewhere else. Or I can feather it around the plants. You know, that's the versatility of it. Isn't that nice?
That's really cool.
And if you want to, you know, get at the soil after and give it a little till, you can move the mulch back, do your tilling, and
this is a multi-year purchase. Like, I know there's a lot of tools, garden tools, where you go, oh, I got to buy them year after year because I use daylights out of them, and that's just how it is. With the rakes, it is, right? But not with this. You're going to have this for years. And look at the price tag, $32.50, when really, when you think about what it replaces and what it is that you didn't even have to begin with, because I don't really know of any other sifting tool that's out there.
I don't know of another one. That's why when I first saw it, I actually saw it on QVC UK. And the reason it sort of caught my eye, okay, that's kind of neat. And then I started to read the reviews, and I was reading, people were saying, I love raking.
Right.
Like, who says they love?
Well, probably the reason, you were telling me about where this came from.
It comes from the Netherlands. So I phoned the fellow you saw in the videotape. That's the inventor of the tool. So I thought, okay, this is a neat tool. I'm going to phone him up in the Netherlands, and I said, are you selling it anywhere in the U.S.?
Yeah.
He said, no. I said, well, I know the QVC customer would love. Look at that.
Would you get stuff out of a gravelly, rocky situation? And you can also, I mean, I'm using it just to groom it, right? And just make it all flat and pretty again.
You want to make it nice and pretty? I mean, if you've got a pond, or now people are, guess what? It's pool time. So
guys.
Here's your sifting tool. So all that.
If you have a pool, you have a pool and you can hear my voice, you turn around and you look, because I've been there. I don't have one now, but I have one in Texas. Bane of my existence. I loved it so much.
Yeah.
But the leaves, right? And I know you got the nets or whatever, but how easy is this just to skim the top?
You skim the top, now you can pump out that dirty water. But before, again, all that stuff just settles down. So use the Gark, just slide it in, pick all that stuff. You're not lifting all that heavy water. I'm just lifting the debris out, and that goes in the garbage.
And because the whole thing's so light, you're not lifting it over and over.
Exactly. That's what I love about the product. And I love that, again, I've been using this for probably 4 years, I think now. And it's the tool I use day in, day out. Same one. Because I didn't want you to sort of buy a garden rake and then have to go and buy another one next spring and then another one next spring. You know, we wanted top of the line construction, and that's what Jan did for us.
Well, Chris, I mean, how much does just a rake cost, period? I don't have a technical price comparison, but if you want a good rake, you go to your garden store, you go, somewhere where they sell the tools, and you go, time for a new rake. You need one, pick one up, but have it do so much more like you see on the screen.
Well, that's the versatility. If you've got, beachfront property, even a sandbox, I mean, there's a versatility. Sorry about your rake. Yeah, but that's the polycarbonate. Again, we don't want you running over it, but that's how durable the polycarbonate is.
Well, and I'll say this one more time, because I know we don't have a whole lot of time. If you've got a little pet friend, right?
The little
and you're trying to get the sons and daughters to get out there and help clean up after them, nobody wants to get down on their hands and knees and pick any of that up.
Exactly.
But here's a great and easy way to keep the yard healthy and clean up after our pet friends. It's a 4-season tool.
And we get a lot of seniors as well because of this feature. You notice how that handle's bent? Yep. Because that gets me in perfect rake alignment, and then the bend goes the other way. Now I'm in perfect shovel mode.
That's a good point.
So I'm standing up vertical. I'm not once in this presentation did you bend down?
No,
I didn't bend down.
I ain't been down.
So it just makes the gardening chore easier. So
it's a great tool.
Gardening is supposed to be fun.
Chris, thanks so much for bringing it to us. Like I said, funny name, serious tool, awesome value.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Now here's how we started our show with beautiful music, care of the